We haven't even touched on Harry and Meghan yet. God.
That's the big distraction.
That's the big distraction right there.
There's a war room apparently in England where they're trying to figure out what to do.
Oh, really?
I heard they. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yes. There's a war room.
I think I tuned
The
out.
Royals.
The Royal War Room.
have got. They're about to go to war.
Well, the wanker is, he's put out this book, Spare, or whatever it's called. I guess everybody falls down one side or the other. Do you support Harry and Meghan? Do you not?
Here it is. The Royals set up a war room to discuss Prince Harry's memoir. A war room.
I do like that.
Yeah, what? A fucking war room?
Full disclosure, I do think Harry's a wanker, but
well, he seems to be. And it seems like that lady is a temptress. She's a siren. She's lured him into the rocks.
I haven't heard that term in a while. She's a harlot. Almost.
She's well, harlot's bad, right? She's just powerful. She's
actually, that's a good point. Harlot and temptress.
Yeah, I think harlots are.
It's like comparing melons to apples.
The definition of a harlot is a prostitute.
Yeah, that's a whole word.
I take that back.
Yeah,
it's a her.
Yeah, I don't think she's that.
No.
But she is.
No.
Wasn't there some speculation that she was on Epstein's yacht at one point in time? There was like photos with her and Prince Andrew way back in the day when she was like in her early 20s.
Wow. No, I haven't heard that one. That's no.
That whole fucking thing.
That thing. But yeah, the war room, I guess it makes sense. Look, these people are in a, under a microscope, and, they got to figure out what their messaging is from moment to moment with him. And, they probably don't like the idea that this is all playing out in public. But he's just kind of fucking lost the plot, right?
Yeah.
Now he's come out. The book is like he's talking about his dick, and he's talking about,
Is he really?
Afghans that he killed while he was there on duty. And, there's actually something funny. Somebody sent me, I don't know if it's true because I haven't had time to look into it, but somebody sent me that some Taliban commander is now trolling Harry over his talk about the Afghans that he killed. And I got to look it up. But
what has he said about the Afghans he killed? This is why he was a pilot?
Yeah, this is while he was over there on duty. I don't know to what degree. I again, full disclosure, haven't read the book.
Taliban leader responds to Prince Harry's reported claim in Spare that he killed 25 fighters in Afghanistan.
Who does that? Who talks? Again.
Very strange.
It's very strange.
But it's also very strange that he was, essentially infiltrated by a very ambitious actress. She used to be on Deal or No
infiltrated?
Deal. She was one of the Deal
or
No Deal ladies.
The way it works? Is he infiltrated
so.
or was she infiltrated?
Well, it depends on who's getting pegged.
Yeah.
It depends on the methods.
And now
Yeah. Look, she was on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with the briefcases.
She didn't like being objectified on Deal. Did you think it was an executive position, ma'am?
Yeah.
You're one of the hot ladies holding up a suitcase. For fucking, it's a game show. How are you objectified?
I forgot about that show.
That's literally the show.
Wow. Yeah. Well, you don't get this sort of analysis just anywhere on the Harry and Meghan situation. Nobody's talked about pegging before as far as it goes. So.
Well, that's just pure speculation. I think
it's important to note that
and I
apologize.
apologize.
Yeah,
I apologize for that speculation. Yeah. It's just a joke.
But who again? Why did he? Well, I know why he felt the need to talk about some of this shit in his book is because otherwise no one's paying him money for this, right?
Right.
You
got
come
to
up with
disclose some wild shit if you want to sell a book.
Yeah. So.
And if you want to talk about killing 25 bad guys,
it's not going to set well with the people that he was serving with. Yeah. That's. Yeah. Anyway, I guess you know what.
Is it unusual that they let a prince fight in active combat?
Yeah, it is and it isn't. It used to be more common because there used to be more conflict, and it was a British Empire, and off you'd go, and they wanted to tick that box, right? They wanted to get that so they could wear the ribbons, and and they, there was a sense of, if we're gonna be in charge, we need to show that we've actually taken part in these campaigns, and so. No, look, God bless him for serving. I think it's great. I just, I think that part of it, you can't deny. Fine, great. Yeah, I think that's admirable. it's just everything else. It's just kind of, bizarre. And I admit to being a bit of a royalist. I still have my British citizenship. And, one day we'll retire to a small Cotswolds village and solve murders for a living. That'll be my job.
With a pipe?
With a pipe.
Sitting in your study?
Yes. People will knock on the door. I'll bring me a new case,
Like Daniel Craig in those Knives Out movies?
Yeah, I think, or maybe like Poirot. I'm thinking more,
Who?
Yeah. Hercule Poirot,
Who the fuck's that?
A Belgian detective.
Do you know who that is? Boy, that's obscure. You're in Marco Rubio drinking water territory now.
There's only like 3 famous Belgians, and Poirot's definitely one of them. He was a fictitious character of Agatha Christie's.
The only Belgian that I'm aware of is the giant lady who's the Minister of Health. Do you know about her?
Yeah, but she almost never comes up in the list of famous Belgians.
Well, she should.
Yeah.
That lady's enormous. He's a fictional character. He's a fictional Belgian detective created by British writer Agatha Christie. Oh, I didn't know about that. One of Christie's most famous and long-running characters, appearing in 33 novels, 2 plays, and more than 50 short stories.
Yeah.
Between 1920 and 1975. How old are you?
Oh, well, I was born in 1915, so this was right in my sweet spot. But that character, David Suchet, he played the character Poirot for like 25 years on TV.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know about this? No, Jamie doesn't know
I've
about
heard
this.
of some of these stories, but I've never watched them, like Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the
I've
Nile.
heard of that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's anyway. But yes, that will be one day when people say whatever happened to Baker, he'll be living in a small cottage in a small English countryside village.
How much time do you think you got left?
Oh, God.
Would you really want to do that?
Do you ever think about that?
Sure.
I mean, you do the math and you think, what do you got?
Yeah.
I think you really do it when you have kids. I think,
I just think it's a smart thing to do anyway, just to like think about if you enjoy what you're doing.
I just hope I live long enough to figure out your fucking lighter for my cigars. But I think it's, I do think about it. And I think about it because I got young kids now. And, I want to live, I want every fucking year I can get. And I know some people say, well, I go when I'm 80, that's fine. And I'm thinking, no, I want to squeeze every bit of life out of this thing. And, but I do the math all the time. When I'm however old, my youngest kid will be this old. And,
well, you have adult children too.
I do. I have a daughter.
You've got like two groups.
I do. Two groups, not at the same time.
Right.
I legitimately got divorced and they remarried, so it's not 2 families, which would be much more interesting, I suppose, in the end of the day to talk about. But my daughter's almost 30.
Talk about stress. Those people.